Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Painting Watercolours with me, Colin. I hope you enjoy this one. I'm working from a photograph. I'm just showing you what you possibly could do with one. And what I've done, if you take a look at a photograph at the beginning, I've heightened the hills at the back and just rubbed out some areas where I want to do lost and found edges, raised the back up a little bit. I've elongated the bridge, brought it closer to me, and I've added some trees and bushes in at the side which aren't there. So this is just a way that you could use a photograph just for reference and create a completely different painting from it, even though it still represents the same thing. I do like some of the sky in this, but you know me, I always tend to change it. So I'm going to put some Naples yellow in all the way in the back. I will be keeping some of the autumn-like colour, autumn-winter kind of thing that's running through this picture. I'm going to bring some of the Naples yellow down here as well along this bank. I've just indicated some grasses, but you don't really have to put that in with a pencil. It's just to show you where I'm going with it, really. I want to brighten up the sky a little bit. So this is cadmium yellow light, very bright this. Just adding a little bit more brightness to it. I'm not forgetting under the bridge. I have been known to do that. I want to take some permanent rose. I run around with the colours I forgot. Naples yellow, cadmium yellow light, permanent rose, burnt sienna, burnt umber, French ultramarine. I just want to take this slightly to the red side. Bring this in. And if it hits the yellow, it doesn't matter because it will grey. I could actually drop some of this in the bridge, to be honest, which I think I will do. Take some French ultramarine with a little burnt umber to grey it. Plenty of water with that. Once again, just dropping some in here. I would like a little green in this bridge as well. Drop some over here. Taking some of the yellow, cadmium yellow, deepen it. Some burnt umber, a bit more blue. Nice deep greeny colour where moss and things can sort of hang out. Some of the permanent rose. I'll drop some burnt sienna in as well. I have masked off the tops of these capping stones on the bridge. I'm just letting all this run together. And through this, I just want to pull some streaks through with a kitchen towel. I'm going to take some water into that and just drop this in. Just making some darker green. Pick it out one or two areas to strengthen up. Remember, this will dry an awful lot lighter. Darker under these capping stones. And then I'm going to let that dry. Now that your initial washes are dry, I'm just going to re-wet this background hill, joining it all up even where the pencil line isn't, because that's where we're going to lose this background hill and we're going to make it look interesting. Now I'm going to take some of this purple, I'm going to add some burnt sienna to it and just a little bit more blue. I'm going to take this in here, just along the top, and just dropping it where the line is. fade it out here because you won't see this bit. And just pull it this way. Pull it into the openings where there's no paint. You should get it to fade out. This will create a little bit of distance, a little bit of mystery. And if you want to, you can just take a damp brush and take the top edge out, just where you've got no pencil marks. Almost like a stain. Then you're going to let that dry. I'm not sure where that turned out on the camera, but I just re-wet that hill, put some of the purple and the brown in, just stroke that in, and I'm just dropping some burnt sienna and burnt umber into the embankment down here, leaving some of the yellow to show through. Softening it in, some more burnt sienna. So you've got burnt sienna and burnt umber, it's stronger down here. And you're going to leave that to dry. I've just laid the board flat again, and I'm just taking a oil brush, just like a stippler brush. And I'm just going to put some water where these trees are, these evergreens. This will help diffuse it. And what it will do, this will frame the bridge for me. So I'm going to take some French ultramarine, and I'm going to take some burnt sienna. I'm going to mix up like a grey. I'm going to take a smaller brush, and it's just an oil brush, but it just helps break. You see how it breaks everything up? Just touch it. Just touch it and move on. Come down your trees. Don't mind them coming together. And then I'm going to add a little tiny bit of yellow to this. Just to pull it into a grey-green. How dark that is. Once again, load the brush, just tapping it into the colour. Just making a dog. Put a trunk in. With a damp brush, I'm just going to begin to bring this out, just creating a shadow. As we come down through the bridge, just soften this edge in, take it up the bank. Take some yellow for this, mix up the colour first, some burnt sienna into that I think. Just create a nice orange for this bush. Once again, some clean water. Pick up some more of the colour. If you start above where you put the water droplets, you can get a random effect. Some more burnt sienna to that as we make it darker. And just touching this in, creating that second layer. Still leaving you that feel of autumn. Going back to the green. Some burnt umber into that. Once again, take a damp brush and I just want to bring some of this down the embankment. Also can add one or two grasses into that. Add some on this side as well. And ultramarine again, some burnt umber, just to create a nice real dark. To add some in the centre of the trees, just giving them slightly more power. I want to bring a little bit under the bridge. Just having some slight movement to this land. Just before we go any further, I want to put the water in so I can bring some grasses into the water, but I need it light on this side. So I'm going to set off with some of the Cadmium Yellow Light, very strong colour. I'm going to set off from this edge and just pull it in. I touch the Naples Yellow down here. All the sky colours really. Like I said, I could have put rocks and things in here, but I don't want to complicate it too much. And I'm going to take some of the blue there and some of the permanent rose, got a nice violet, and I might just add a speck of this permanent rose in here. All horizontal strokes. And I'm going to put some burnt sienna in here as well, and I do want this to run through here, a little bit of the dark colour. With it running across the moors, it can be quite peaty, this water, brown. So I want to add some burnt umber in as well. I'm going to put a little bit in where that bank is here, just for a little bit of reflection. Ultramarine and burnt umber. I want to take some of this very dark colour, and ultramarine and burnt umber. Around, just to create a shadow, reflected shadow. French ultramarine. Some of the violet. To take some of this yellow and drop this in. Just mixing a very dark green. I want to bring some reflections in from the trees. And then I'm going to let that dry. Now that your river's dry, take some French ultramarine and burnt umber, and we can just start to bring some of these capping stones out and some of the stonework that's in this bridge. Burnt sienna and add it to this. Nice gingery yellow. Just touching in some undergrowth. Still trying to leave a little bit of that yellow showing through. Bring some of this into the river. just giving the illusion of tall grasses. Taking some of the dark colour, ultramarine and burnt umber, just adding some of this in, just to break this foreground up. A little bit along the shoreline here. Just a little bit there. I want to sign it there so we won't put too much on that. And start to bring some grasses into the water, just a few. Take some dark paint. You'll have to tell me what you think, whether you enjoyed this one and whether you think it was a good idea to change things slightly from the photograph into making a painting all on its own. So once again, until next time, thank you very much for watching.